Hey guys, Buddha Gem here, and continuing on this theme of intellectual self-defense, thought we'd talk a little bit about the methods of manipulation, or at least one primary method. I think it's the most used method of manipulation used by the media in various ways, and that is omission. Very often you hear people, you can't believe anything you hear on the news, you can't believe anything you read, blah, blah, blah. It's just not true. It's actually very rare that the media out and outright lies. The biggest and most obvious way that they manipulate people is through omission, simply not talking about it. If you don't talk about it, it didn't happen. If you think about it, terms like the paper of record is used for the New York Times. If the New York Times isn't right about it, it didn't happen. You go back as a student and you go back to look up something in history. Very often you're looking at these pieces of media, and if they omit it, it didn't happen. As Orwell would say, it was down the memory hole it goes. And so, because it's omission, it's very hard to pick up on. You're looking for something that's not there. So, very often when you hear a debate raging, like this thing about the Ukraine comes to mind, immediately the media's at, should we intervene? Presupposes a lot of things. What aren't they telling us? Aren't we already intervening over there? Same, global warming. I know somebody, it drew up some red flags for them. And I understand there's going to be a lot of people out there who think, oh, it's a big hoax. But I'd really challenge you to look into that matter for yourself. And hopefully with some of these techniques, and, as far as omission goes, what you'll find generally is that the foremost leaders in climatology, environmental sciences, are simply omitted from the debate if there's something on the mainstream media. Omission. And lastly, I'm not going to go too much longer on this, but think of it in big terms. When you open the newspaper, there are a lot of sections in there. There's a business section that caters to, 5 to 10% of the population that owns 90% of the stocks out there. But no labor section. Isn't that interesting? No labor, no section dealing with the, ups and downs of the average worker. Where are wages at? Where are jobs at? How's health care insurance and pensions and, all the things that workers face, workplace safety. Isn't that interesting? Simply omitted from our newspapers altogether. Wasn't always the case. The United States did have a very lively labor press, particularly during the 19th century. Kind of died off into the 20th century. But it was there, and if you ever want to really look at what some of the American workers thought and look at the early labor movement, it's a great resource. But again, just to wrap that up, one of the major methods of manipulation, omission. It's a tough one to watch for, but, always ask yourself, what aren't they talking about? What aren't they, discussing? What are they leaving out, I guess, is the better way to look at it. It's a very important way to kind of critically look at the media without giving up all hope to this extreme form of cynicism where we just can't believe anything. There's a lot of facts and truthfulness being espoused to the media. It's just twisted, and it's usually very biased. And with the right tools, with the right form of skepticism, you can discern at least an approximate truth. So with that, I'll leave you with this glorious first day of spring. Check it out, folks. Another beautiful day here in New York City. I hope you're well, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.